Good morning. You guys didn't have breakfast? Good morning. All right. Your Excellency, President Joao Lorenzo, First Lady Ana Diaz Lorenzo, ministers, invited distinguished guests, members of the diplomatic corps, we welcome you to this Angola Oil and Gas event that I believe starts with a 50-year celebration. I was thinking about my speech when the minister yesterday said I had to speak today. I was worried what I was going to say. I sat next to Mr. Murphy from BP, and he said, now you're under a lot of pressure. But I think after the performance this morning, I think the pressure is off. Can we just put our hands together for that opening performance? Angola at 50. I think Gordon Birrell is more than 50, but Angola at 50. 50 years of resilience, 50 years of a nation that fought through its independence, but 50 years of a nation that came together to continue forging ahead. But 50 years, more than 50 years, but with those 50 years, an oil and gas industry that stood up through turbulent times, stood up when nobody believed it could, stood up when people gave up on the country. It kept going. It kept believing in itself. That is Angola at 50 when it comes to oil and gas. It is resilience, it is push on and moving on in spite of the insurmountable odds set on the path of this country's growth. It kept going. That is the Angola. But through that, we got bumps as we go. Sometimes we rear off our road, but then it comes back. Over the last few years, my Angola at 50 has been an Angola of reforms. Reforms that transcend not just the economy, but the people. Reforms that made us proud, and reforms that made companies that left to continue believing again. Reform that made its people to decide that we can be part of this match, and we can match on, and we can be those people that drive a new generation that drives the country forward for another 50 years. With those reforms, we saw taxes being reduced. We saw better fiscal terms. We encouraged companies to drill. Those three words are coming, not yet now. But as they kept moving, they kept building on the progress. The creation of ANPG became very transformative, driving a nation that once was in the past, but became a nation that showed an African benchmark for the future. I love this story so much, I decided to embark on a big project, writing a book about Angola. I think I've written some very good best-selling books, but the one about Angola is going to be my best. And if you live here without buying it, then you know you're going to be in trouble. As I set out that path, Mr. Minister, on writing that book, I got a call from the Wall Street Journal and from Simon & Schuster. They loved the story so much, and they said, keep going. Then the pressure came. I decided I was going to be a student. And throughout that journey of being a student in this great country, I learned so much. I learned so much. I was worried I was not going to be here this morning because I ate so much fungi, and that's how deep I got. That stuff is so good. If you haven't had it, please do. Please do. Who likes some fungi in this place? Who does? Come on now. Now you know it's happening. I love that stuff. I think I keep coming. I've been here 3 times the last 2 months. I keep coming for it. But as we build, we look at what these reforms really mean. These reforms and these changes and in these next 50 years, it has to be about something bigger than me just asking Claudio to put more money. I met Claudio last year in December. The guy was looking so tired. I looked at him yesterday. The guy looks so young. I don't know what happened to Claudio. He walked Brusco so much. Brusco is tired. Claudio, look at Claudio. The guy looks so good. Put on the cameras. Put it right on him. He looks so young. He's a really beautiful guy. Nice guy. Really nice guy. And Maury is competing if he could do that, but Maury, if you put more money in Angola, I'll call you a beautiful guy. That really works. So, but we could have done better than those two men coming together, showing that partnerships work, put an amazing African independent, Azule, and look at what they did. They were supposed to do that project in 3 years, they did it in 2. Please put your hands together for the Agogo project. Now write more checks for Angola. We want that, right? You just committed to more money. And Total Energies told me this morning that, they're producing 500,000 barrels and more. They just got 60 more barrels coming in, and they're looking to do more. But I think I'll let Mike tell you. Mike, are you going to put 5 billion, or is it 6? It's okay, Mike. You could tell me a secret. I wouldn't tell anybody, right? But I wouldn't come to you. I'm coming for your money, right? Exxon is going to do more. Katrina, you going to write a check? It's okay, I won't call you out. Richard doesn't want me to mention his name. I love you, Richard. As we proceed, and as I close, those reforms have to mean something. It has to be about people. People making sure that this country keeps moving forward. It has to be for those young women that stood up here and those that cannot be in this room, that dream every day that they can work in oil and gas. It has to be for women that still sit out this other industry where our percentile of hiring, promoting, empowering women businesses are low. Our industry has to be different. We have to change it. Women can no longer be the last hired and the first fired. We can do more, guys. We can do more. We need to stop making those excuses. And that goes the same when we talk about local content. Angolan companies have to be right in the front row, the drivers of the future. And when those international service companies, when we get the big projects, tell the Angolan companies, come eat at my table, pull them in the front. Government has done its best to open up, but we as an industry have to do better. We owe it to this country. We owe it to the Angolan champions. We need to develop the Angolan champions. That's how we push this industry forward. That's how we become better. That's how we say thank you to the president for giving us leadership and these reforms. We pay him back by investing in Angola, but also investing in Angolans. Can I get an amen for that? Come on. But as we keep going, as we keep ending this, and see, I ran out of my time. You never give me much time. But as we keep ending this, we have to push forward. Pushing forward is knowing where we stand as an industry. Global forces that will tell Angola and Africa that don't produce oil and gas, while they are producing so much oil than you've ever seen. Oil is going to be part of this country's future. Yes, we want green energy. We have no problem with that. I know some people in Germany are having some mental treatment with windmills, but we are okay with natural gas, and I see how Angola is moving forward. We cannot hold back on driving oil as part of the future of this country. This country is going to pave a path. In spite of what people say, we will stick by those 3 words that have driven human flourishing, that has made people increase life expectancy, that has made the world move, that has driven machinery and heavy industry that's going to be part of that. I urge every Angolan, and Mr. President, we have one demand from you. Produce every drop of oil and gas you can find to better the life of Angolans. Do not stop and do not listen to them. And how do we do that? Those 3 words. Drill, baby, drill. That's going to be our path forward. That's our energy transition. That's Angola growing. And that is how we continue supporting this country to become what it truly deserves to be, an African country that is always going to be on top. Thank you so much, and thank you for everything. And Mr. President, congratulations. That's why we make you the Energy President of the Year this year for Africa. Well deserved, Angola. Well deserved. Thank you.